Welcome to a show about everything, number 6. I'm John Deecken, and my special guest tonight is Mary Angel.
Hi.
And she'll be taking your calls and chatting with you at 7:30 after we view some excellent videos that we've selected especially for you. And behind us now, we have a intro to the short movie Sita Sings the Blues by Nina Paley. And this is a movie about Sita, the wife of Rama. This is from India. And it's quite lovely and some good music here. See you in 5 minutes.
My sweet man, I love him so he's mean as can be. He's the kind of man needs, the kind of woman like me, a 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 woman like me.
Welcome back to the studio. Hope you enjoyed that intro to Sita Sings the Blues by Nina Paley. You can find that on the internet, and it's quite elaborate, and it's a story about, I guess, the Indian religion and some of that culture. We're going to go now to some quick UFO footage here. This is 1971. Alan Shepard, the late Alan Shepard, Apollo 14 commander. Here he is on the way back from the moon, and we're seeing an anomalous activity outside his window as he eats his, looks like a frankfurter or something. Now clearly we can see something outside the vehicle. That was odd. A couple of these things go in different directions. A whole bunch of objects. There's one going opposite direction as to the other one. So these are unidentified flying objects. There's no explanation for those, and it's not ice, in my humble opinion. All right, now that's it for UFOs on this sequence, but we have some more anomalous stuff. Here's my golden ratio rant about cave art. So, it's pretty consistent with the worldwide theme. Here we have a piece of mammoth bone, mammoth tusk, carved by what must have been a primitive caveman, maybe 25,000 years ago. I'm not quite sure the exact number, but this is pretty primitive. And I bet you that little hairline is at the golden point of the length. And I'm going to bet you we have the matrix going on here. Now my tool isn't quite big enough, but I'm going to hold it. If you can see, I'm going to enlarge it by getting closer to the camera, and you can see it's very close to being exactly where it should be. And if we flip it and go from the headline to the chin, what do we get? Not quite the nose, but let's find where the mouth is. Okay, nothing there. We don't quite have the right view, but it's close. If I get the width of the eyes there, it's close to being the length of the nose. All right, but this is clearly at the golden cut, and from there to the nose tip, that's the golden cut of the rest of the face. There's a caveman doing this. Are you telling me they're just born with talent and they automatically did it until it was finally codified and written down by the Greeks? No, it was used for thousands of years prior to that. And I'm just asking, what's up with that? I'm not done with this one yet. Look at this cross section. If I slide this across, it goes right through his eye. Right at the tip of the nose is 61% of the depth of the head there. Okay? Well, if I shrink it to that, does this come out and pop out of the chin? Flip it the other way. Slide it out. Pretty close. What's going on? And then the chin to the... Okay, it's just coincidence, all right? Everything that was ever made happens to be fully installed with a matrix of golden ratios, just like our DNA and just like every living thing that doesn't think about it and just does it automatically. So humans don't even think about it. It automatically happens. Rolls Royces are designed beautifully, automatically. They didn't need to even calculate the dimensions of the grille. No, but that's wrong. I'll show you that that's not the case, that these famous cars are completely golden ratio based. 10,000 BC, nice cave painting. Just want to check the full width of the creature. Okay. Let's rotate. Oh, that is his height. So there is a golden rectangle involved here. Tip of the nose to the rump, and then you have the top of the head to the foot. Let's shrink our tool. top of the head to the foot. Let's rotate it. Top of the head to the foot. Incidentally, this way we get that other animal back there is perfectly in place. And if we slide this up to that other animal, there's the size of the head has been determined. And the length as well. It's just food for thought. Well, just to touch on some religious art. You see? His third eye is at the golden point of the height of a golden rectangle space. The width of his arms, look how the head tilts right to the golden point. All right, you survived another lesson in my ongoing series of golden ratio and how it's been used throughout history and why. We're going to get to the bottom of it over time. And we now going to go to another animation from Nina Paley, showing all this art from all different cultures, and you can see clearly all using similar proportions, and it's just really incredible animation here. There's music on. Another excellent video by Nina Paley, where she shows us through a quick montage that you just saw that apparently all of the works of art from all over the world throughout history seem to all use the golden proportion as the major device determining all of the details. This is significant. This is the only reason I'm promoting this whole thing. So we got through that part. We now come upon some more anomalous material. This is going to be a 10-minute chunk. I hope you can survive through this. It's very remarkable footage and some first-hand accounts of crop circle formation. This is obviously in England where the action is. And if you still want to think that some old drunk guys are out there doing this, that's your choice. But meanwhile, the footage with orbs creating these things is all over the place, and we're going to look at some of it. And again, we're interested in these orbs, not the photographic orbs that are everywhere that people think are ghosts, but these moving orbs that they behave and they seem to have intelligence, and they're, as I've shown in previous shows, they are in orbit, they are in our spacecraft, and as well as in the terrestrial environment. This is not even to bring up UFOs in the atmosphere, which have similar behaviors. So this is visible light you're going to see, not infrared, and take it away.
Inhabitants in Wiltshire have, through ages, reported strange light phenomena. Maybe is it not so strange that one of the hills in the area was named Golden Ball Hill. During the last few years, these balls have also been filmed on several occasions. The balls of light seem to have some sort of connection with the crop circles. They have often been seen to be moving within the formations, directly over them or away from them. They appear to be of soccer ball size and have often been described as having an impressive acceleration. Are these some sort of intelligent energy balls or remote-controlled supernatural robots? Or maybe they are the mythical elves that we have heard about.
Those balls of light you cannot hoax. There's no way you can do that. They fly around during daytime. They're not high up in the sky, but they're over fields with hills in the background. They are filmed on many occasions by many different people.
Have you seen any of these yourself?
I've once seen an amber ball of light at night time. That was pretty impressive. I saw it for several minutes and it just floated over a field. And it looked like an open fireplace that would get bigger and smaller. I had to put binoculars. I could see it was circular, but it was not like a flashlight or something. And it made a deep impression on me. It happened in '97, and my life has not been the same anymore since that time.
During the filming of these balls of light, a military helicopter showed up and clearly seemed to be chasing the phenomena. It's not so unusual that the military in this area are on the spot when light phenomena are observed or crop circles appear, but the military, at present, refuse to make any comments about it.
They're so often seen, filmed, photographed, whatever, over and around the crop circles. And they do this in broad daylight, in the night, whenever. Officially, the crop circles are all one big joke. Let's all go back to sleep, there's nothing to see. And if that's the case, why are they deploying such high technology helicopters and personnel to, look at this situation? It doesn't make sense. So clearly they know that we know that they know that something is going on.
And I know last year there was lots of helicopters flying very low after these orbs of light around here, so a lot of people getting complaints about it because the helicopters were following some invisible light forms doing something. They were definitely meaning business. So I think there's something involved here which is playing with our peripheral consciousness. And if something's playing with your peripheral consciousness and your peripheral perception, that could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. I think people need to be on their guard when they have their wonder open up. When you're wondering about things, you might let something else in. I think we need to be careful about what's going on here. I think it's wonderful and it's great, but I think we need to be just on our guard with what's happening, with our consciousness here.
Several instances have been recorded whereby people have had close contact with these balls of light.
I arrived to spend the night in the circle about 10 o'clock p.m. in the night. My partner and a friend of ours is sitting on the hill behind us at Milk Hill. Around about midnight it was very clear. The sky was absolutely very clear, quite crisp. And for out of the blue, out of nowhere, right in front of me, maybe 10 meters out in front of me, a ball of light about a soccer ball size appeared out of nothing, hovering just above the ground and behind a standing tuft of rapeseed stems at the center of the circle. So I was kind of observing this light through the stems, and it was kind of putting them into silhouette. It hovered exactly in the same position for, at least 30 or 40 seconds, long enough for me to get up, move my position and look around the actual standing tuft and to actually see this ball of light. There's no doubt at all it was certainly there, and it appeared from nowhere, and it stayed there for a maximum of about 1 minute, maybe 1.5 minutes.